All right, guys, so one of the questions we get a lot from people that are just starting out hunting is how they can get on the water, because a lot of guys start out hunting ducks on the water. It's not usually in a field. Now, of course, depending on your area, that might vary, but just a few things here that we wanted to go through for guys that are looking for a cheap boat setup when they're just starting out duck hunting. Let's just go through and assess your options first and foremost, right? So when you originally start out trying to find a boat you can get on the water with, you got to just figure out what you actually need, right? You need to get on the water and you need to start somewhere. And it's not that expensive to start and just find a really cheap boat. Few things to think about. Do you need to have a motor? Can a canoe or a kayak get you where you need to go? Because that's a really cheap option. Second thing is going to be, you can find on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist really cheap John boats that you could go and buy for a few $100. And even just having that with a trolling motor, or hey, a lot of guys honestly have paddled in when they first get going. So if you're on a smaller body of water or a pond or whatever it is, don't be afraid to just get a little dinghy John boat. Or I mean, my first boat was a 11 or a 12-foot little tiny John boat with a 2 horsepower motor on it. Barely got us where we needed to go, but we hunted, And I think that just starting somewhere. So you don't necessarily need a motor, you don't necessarily need some big fancy boat. Now the thing I'm going to tell you too is, even as we've started to have different boats throughout the years, the boat that we're using right now is a 1975 Lund that I bought for like $500 or $600 and then put a few $100s into and got the motor running really good, right? So it's just somebody that just had this boat and it looked like shit. And so we went and we bought it. I bought it. I fixed it up, made it look kind of pretty, nice. And so honestly, all I'm going to say is you really don't need a crazy setup. Go look on Facebook Marketplace, look on Craigslist, find something that you can just get on the water with. I think once you get into, bigger and bigger boats, you're talking more about safety, but hunting small water, just getting out, doing a little trek, whatever it is, think kayak, think canoe, think little John boat, no motor necessarily, right? A trolling motor can get you a lot of places, and for $300 or $400 or $500, you can easily get a little John boat, you can get a trolling motor, and you're on the water and you're hunting. The most important question when you're trying to figure out what boat you need is to know where you're gonna hunt. If you're gonna hunt big water, I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. Having been a dude who is young and just trying to get out there and do it no matter what, I can tell you without a doubt, going on big water in tricky situations with weather and stuff is a super sketchy thing that you don't always want to be involved in. So I'm saying that because if you know you're going to be hunting a lot of big water, then I would recommend just buying a bigger boat, man. And maybe it's a bigger boat that's crappier than the little boat you could buy, but dude, prioritize being comfortable if you're going to be out on the water, right? You don't need to spend a fortune to buy a nice big boat with a big motor. If you're just hunting small ponds and sloughs, you're not out on big water, then man, at the end of the day, you have so many options, including a sneak boat. Getting a little sneak boat or one of the beaver tail boats, those can be super fun to hunt out of as well. And a lot of guys have used those for many, many years and love them. So check that out for sure. Again, I would buy all these. I would be looking for all these on Facebook Marketplace. Seriously. Just get on there or Craigslist, find a good deal, and honestly wait. The best time of year is not going to be right before duck season or right before the summer, right? Wait till winter. Wait till it's, early spring maybe, and you're looking for a boat and somebody just has something to get rid of. That's when I would be looking, right? There might be less boats on there, but a lot of the time people are going to be willing to negotiate a little bit more. You might get a killer deal like I did. Guys, thanks for watching. Let us know what you want to learn more about so we can give you better information to help you be more successful in the field. Check out our podcast, the Midwest Flyways podcast. We'll see you guys soon.